Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be showcasing and teaching you a super simple trading strategy that I have been utilizing myself and been sending the trades into the VIP group using this exact same strategy to gain results like these where we're making 9%, 5%, 11%, 20% near enough every single month. And we're able to hit take profits exactly like these near enough every single day. Now, the results simply speak for themselves because all of this stuff I can't make up. Screenshots I can't edit. So literally we are hitting take profits near enough every single day utilizing this one simple trading strategy, and I'm going to be teaching it to you today for absolutely free. If you do enjoy this video, then don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe as it goes a long way. But without further ado, let's jump straight into this video so that I can teach you this strategy and give you real life examples of trades that we've actually taken throughout this week inside of the VIP group. So for this strategy, you're going to need two things. Number one, you're going to need an indicator by the name of Asian session range. This is just going to help you highlight the different sessions that happen throughout the day, such as the Asia session, London session, and the New York session. Next, you're going to need the understanding of exactly how to identify market structure and most importantly, how to identify a market structure shift. But don't worry, if you don't know how to do that, I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that in this video. So first and foremost, what you want to do is go over to your indicators tab and type in the Asia session range. You're going to want to click on this one by Rob Minty called the FXN-Asia session range. Once you've got that, you're simply going to click on the settings icon, and first you're going to remove everything that's on your chart and only leave on the Asia session range color. Because what this will do is it will highlight the Asia session range, and for this strategy you're only going to need to know where the Asia session range is. So once you've ticked everything else off and you've got the Asia session range there, you're going to come over here and you're going to change this and this setting for the start and the end of the Asia session. Now for me, the Asia session is between midnight and 7 AM UK time. If you're in another time zone, then just calibrate it to wherever you are in the world and just change it to that. So as we can see on my chart, midnight is when this blue box starts and 7 AM is when this blue box ends. Number two, we're going to need to understand how to identify a market structure. See a series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. This means we're in a trending market because we're creating new higher highs and we're breaking the previous higher highs. Now, in order for us to get a market structure shift, that simply means that we've shifted from a bullish market to a bearish market and vice versa on the opposite side. So in order for us to get a market structure shift, the market has to shift from a bullish state of delivery to a bearish state of delivery. Therefore, this is our previous higher low. Price simply has to break below that and put in a brand new lower low. This means the market has shifted from bullish to bearish, giving us a market structure shift. Once we've got that, we can then take an entry upon this leg that gave us the market structure shift, and then we're just going to ride it down into its corresponding trend. Now on the flip side, if we're looking at this from a bearish market perspective, we're going to see a series of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows and lower highs. This means we're breaking the previous lower low and creating brand new lower lows. This means we are in a bearish market. Now in order for us to get a market structure shift, where we shift market structure, we want to see the previous lower high get broken for price to put in a brand new higher high. This means the market have shifted from a bearish structure perspective to a bullish structure perspective. That means we can then look for an entry somewhere within this leg of price that gave us the market structure shift, and then we're going to take our entry at the higher low and then we're going to ride it to the next higher high. Now that we've got our indicator up and running on the charts and we've identified where our Asia range is and we've understood exactly how to identify a market structure shift, next all we're simply going to do is follow this checklist. Super simple. We're going to wait for a sweep of the Asia high or the low. We're then going to wait for a 5-minute market structure shift. We're then going to take our entry at the order block or the fair value gap that created that market structure shift. We're going to target a minimum of a 1-to-1 risk to reward. If that's not there, we don't trade. We put our take profit at the opposing liquidity. This will make sense a little bit further on when I give you a few more trade breakdowns. And we put our stop loss above or below the most local high or low. Now let's get started with a few trade breakdowns so you guys can understand exactly how to utilize this strategy within your day-to-day trading. Now I'm going to be giving you real life examples with trades that we've actually taken inside of the VIP group this month. So if you aren't part of the VIP group and you're looking to get started, then click that link down in the description so that you can join our community and you can start taking these exact same trades with us. We've got this trade on NAS 100 on Monday, the 26th of August. First and foremost, we had a sweep of the Asia high. Now this blue box again, as we all know, is the Asia session range, and we're waiting for a sweep of either the high or the low, and we get that sweep right there. Once we've got that sweep, we're now going to identify our structure. This is super key, and this is what makes this strategy the way it is. We now see that we've got a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, higher low, and a higher high. Therefore, our trading range is now like this. We now need a break below the previous higher low, so that price then shifts structure from bullish to bearish, giving us a lower low. We're then going to take our entry at the lower high, and then we're going to ride it down in now its new trend. So it's nice and simple. Once we've identified our structure, we've then highlighted where we want the market structure shift to be. And in this case, it was this higher low right here. We can then see that price has then given us that market structure shift right there, and it has shifted from bullish to bearish. We've then identified that this is now our order block that caused the market structure shift. Once we've understood that, we've put our entry at this order block. Our stop loss goes above the most local high, which in this case was right here, because this is our local high. This is now our local low, right? So stops go above the high, and then we were targeting the opposing liquidity, which in this case was the Asia lows. So now if we go back to the checklist, we can see that we've had a sweep of the Asia high. We've had a 5-minute market structure shift. We've taken our entry at the order block that caused the market structure shift. It was a minimum of a 1-to-1 risk to reward. TP goes at the Asia lows, and the stops go above the high. We now go back to our charts, and we can see that now this means everything on that trade plan has been ticked off, and we can safely execute this trade. So once we've identified all of this, the hard work is done, we then simply place our limit. And as we can see, we get tapped in with minimal drawdown. Price didn't even go minus $10. And then it just ran straight to take profit. And this was actually a 1 to 3.38 risk to reward, which means for every $1,000 that you risked, you made back $3,380. Now let's move on to the second example, and in this one I'm actually going to give you a bar replay so that we can do it in real time, and I've also got the checklist for the trade plan on the right of the screen so that we can follow it in real time. So we've woken up, and on Tuesday we've come to our charts, and we can see by this blue box that our Asia range high is right here and our Asia range low is all the way down here. So now we've identified our Asia highs and lows. That's the first part done. So now we simply wait for a sweep of either the high or the low. And as we can see, we get a sweep of the high right there. So once we've got the sweep of the high, we're now waiting for a 5-minute market structure shift. So now in order for us to get a market structure shift, we have to identify our structure. Well, we can see that we've put in this higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and this brand new higher high. So now in order for us to get a market structure shift, we need to break below this previous higher low. So let's identify that on the charts so that we can have a visual aid, and move this back. So now once we break below this, we can then start to look for an entry. So if I play price on, it does its thing for a while. We're sitting out of this trade, and then finally price comes down and it gives us this market structure shift. So now we can tick that off. We then take our entry at the order block or the fair value gap that caused the market structure shift. So in this case, we're going to identify that there's this massive fair value gap right here, and we're actually going to take our entry right there. So we can tick that off. We're then going to put our stops just above the most local high, and we're going to target the opposing liquidity, which in this case is the Asia lows. So we can tick this off, and tick this off. We've now identified this entire trade setup. And then I've also sent this trade into the VIP group, as we can see yesterday at 11:47 in the morning. So once I've sent this in, we're now simply waiting. Price comes back, taps us in, and then it just runs straight to take profit. And as we can see, everyone in the VIP group also hit take profit for a nice 1 to 1.37, which means for every $1,000 that was being risked, this trade made us $1,370. So again, it is super simple. All we're going to do is identify where our Asia range low and our Asia range high is. We can easily do that with the indicator that you've already got running on your charts, which is the Asia session range. So this blue box is going to make it, again, super simple and easy for us to identify the Asia range. We're then just going to wait for a sweep of the high or the low. And in this case, in today's case, we actually get a sweep of the high. So then we're going to tick this off. Now we're simply waiting for a market structure shift. So again, we identify our structure. We can see that we've put in a higher high, higher low, and a higher high. Therefore, this is our most prominent low, and we need to break this higher low right here in order for the markets to shift from bullish to bearish. Therefore, once price breaks below and gives us this lower low right here, we're then going to start looking for an entry for a lower high and then a continuation lower, and all we simply do is identify the order block or fair value gap that caused the market structure shift. So now we can tick this off once we've got our 5-minute market structure shift. And then we can identify that right here we've got this order block which caused the market structure shift. And that is where we're going to be taking our entry from. So we can tick this off. We put our stops above the high. We target the opposing liquidity, which in this case is the Asia lows. And we make sure that it is a minimum of a 1-to-1 risk to reward. And in this case, it's a 1-to-2 risk to reward. So we can tick everything off. And again, this is where I sent this trade into the VIP group, as we can see this morning at 10:40. Now, once I've sent this, you can see again that a few hours later, we hit take profit for a nice 1-to-2 risk to reward. So you can see how simple this strategy is. Price comes back, taps us in, goes into a little bit of drawdown, but then runs straight to take profit. Now, the key thing about this strategy is that it is simple, it is mechanical, and most importantly, it is replicatable. You can take this trading plan and you can take all of these trades every single day, whether you're part of the VIP group or you're not. As you've seen, we take these ourselves in the VIP group every single day and we make profit. So if you aren't doing so, then I'm not sure what it is that you're doing, or I don't know what it is that you're waiting for. All you simply need to do is take this trading plan and just follow it. And if you're too busy with work, or you feel like you're not up to par with understanding how market structure shifts work, or whatever the reason may be that you don't feel confident in your trading, you can simply click the link down below to join us inside of the VIP group, where I can coach you into a consistently profitable trader. But all you really have to do is take this strategy, take this trading plan, maybe do a back test so you gain some confidence, but then you're free to run. You're free to take your challenges, you're free to take your funded accounts, because this strategy over a long-term horizon produces some great results. And I'm not saying that just based off of a whim. I'm saying that because I've been utilizing this strategy for over a year, and you can see these results: 11%, 10%, 11%, 5%, 20%. And even this month of August 2024, we're at 9.57% following this exact same strategy. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you gained some knowledge and understanding, and potentially a brand new strategy that you can start to utilize on your day-to-day trading as well. But if you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.